Hi, thanks for watching the Gabi Show. So like I told you before, I'm at the State Farm Wilfred Martinez agency and we're going to learn about this insurance and what they offer. To talk to us today is the State Farm agent, Wilfred Martinez. Thanks for welcoming us and letting us know about all the services you offer with State Farm. How are you today?
I'm doing well. Thank you, Gabi. Thank you for being here and welcome to our agency.
Well, let's start talking about your job. What is exactly that you do?
What we do, aside from talking to folks about insurance in general, we like to educate our customers in regards to what's important when it comes to insurance policies. We like to take a step further into explaining how the policies work, what is important, that insurance is not just about the price, but it's about coverage, and it's about making sure that if anything were to happen to you or your family, that you're properly protected.
And what got you started in this field? What made you get involved in this kind of job?
Well, interesting. I actually grew up in Puerto Rico and I moved to the States to go to college. I went to the University of South Carolina. And when I graduated, I had a friend that was already working in insurance, and he approached me at that time, basically indicating that there was a huge need for insurance professionals that were bilingual. There were a lot of Spanish-speaking customers moving to the area that did not understand insurance and were involved in claims in which they didn't know how to handle. So the insurance companies needed some help with adjusters that were able to speak English and Spanish. So it caught my attention. I started in the operations side of the insurance industry, so handling mostly liability investigations, who was at fault of an accident, which insurance company needed to pay in the event of an accident.
Yeah.
And I discovered during that process that there was a lot of lack of information and lack of education when it came to the customer. I quickly learned that when you have a claim, it's a little too late to understand your policy. At that time, the policy and the coverages are what they are. And noticing that there was that big of a need, I wanted to make my transition from the claim side into the sales side, to have that opportunity to be on the front end, explaining the policy from the get-go, not just making a presentation on what was cheaper for you, but more about what's more important, what's going to cover you better. So that's how I got into insurance.
Yeah, and that happens a lot. Sometimes you just worry about getting the cheapest price, and then when you have an accident, you don't know what kind of policy you got, what's going to cover. So I think it's a great thing to say that you got to worry more about the kind of policy and not the prices. So now talking about State Farm and your agency, what does your agency have that other agencies don't have? What sets you apart from the others?
Well, I think there is a tremendous passion to help people in this agency. We have a fully bilingual staff here. We have folk that speak English, and we have others that speak English and Spanish. And I think, there's many of us here in the North Carolina area that are able to speak both languages. But even myself, who speak both languages, there are certain things that I rather discuss in my native language, which is Spanish. And that's the opportunity that we provide to our clients. Even those who are bilingual, they can feel comfortable discussing insurance terminology, coverages in the language that they're more comfortable with. Yeah. And we have a lot of folks who don't speak English, that they want to speak to us in Spanish. But I think, even beyond that is basically the genuine desire to help and educate and just really hold the hands of our customers from the beginning and telling them, hey, this is why it's important to have proper insurance coverage. It's not just about what is required, but really what is the reason for you to have insurance? Which is ultimately to protect yourself and your family.
Yeah, of course. And now talking about the specific insurance that you offer, tell me briefly about each insurance that you offer to the customers.
Okay. Well, with State Farm, we have a wide array of different products, and that's another thing that sets us apart, because when I have a meeting with a customer, we talk about insurance needs, but we also talk about other financial services that we offer. So I could be discussing your auto insurance with you, and then perhaps we can talk about auto loans, mortgage financing. We could talk about credit cards. We have, of course, auto insurance, home insurance, life insurance, which is a huge area of need within our community. A lot of folks don't understand fully how this works. We also offer health insurance. We do retirement plan, and like I said, banking products such as auto loans, mortgages, credit cards, and so forth and so on.
So that's a wide range of services.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And you know, it gives us an opportunity for, you know, having those conversations in which if I have a client who it's looking for ways to save money, you know, maybe we can talk about having proper coverage at a decent, you know, rate, something that it will fit their budget. But it also gives us an opportunity to take a look at, you know, their banking situation. Perhaps they have an auto loan in which their interest rate is a little bit high. Maybe they can refinance that auto with State Farm Bank, and perhaps we can lower their monthly payment. So we find ways to kind of, you know, make it a little bit better in regards to the budget, because ultimately everyone likes and wants to save money. It's just how we, you know, adjust it. Because, for example, interest rate, if you pay a higher interest rate with one bank and a lower, there's really not that much of a difference versus saving money by sacrificing, you know, insurance coverage.
Yeah, you cannot sacrifice insurance. Now, for all the people who's watching, what's a piece of advice you will give when somebody's buying insurance?
I think it kind of goes back to the same conversation that we've been having is, you know, I think one of the biggest mistakes that you can make is that you call an insurance company and you tell them that you're shopping for insurance, because you're sending the message that all you're looking for is price, that you really don't care much for the service, for the coverage that is offered. And the reality is that, for example, I can tell you in regards to homeowners insurance, you know, the standard homeowners policy comes with $100,000 in liability coverage. Well, you can upgrade from $100,000 to $1 million for around $15 per year. And see, if you tell an insurance agency that you're shopping around for insurance, they're not probably going to offer you the option to increase it, because they don't want to run the risk of losing your business or the opportunity to earn your business for $15. So you really just want to hear the agent, learn what the agency is all about, the real desire to help you and to be there when you need them. You can pay your insurance every month, and it's not until you have a claim when you're going to really put a value to, you know, to working with that particular company. So.
Well, thank you so much. That's
You're
a
welcome.
great piece of advice.
Thank you.
If people want to get in touch with you, how can they reach you?
If they want to get in touch with me, they can reach us via phone at 704-541-7410. They can visit us online at www.wilfred-martinez.com, or they can email us at wilfredo.martinez.m@statefarm.com.
Okay, well, thank you so much. There you go, people. Wilfredo, thank you so much for letting us come in. This is the place that you gotta come. If you're looking for any kind of insurance, trust me, this is the best place. They not only have good prices, but Wilfredo and his team will look out for you and what is best for you. So don't wait any longer. Now we have to go to a quick break, but coming back, we're gonna see an interview with Ultima Nota.